The 26th of June, 1906, Volume 7. She sees baby Jesus, who kisses her and compassionates her. Continuing in the same way, the confessor came, and he kept giving me the same obedience. Then as baby Jesus came, I told him of my bitternesses regarding the obedience, and he caressed me, compassionated me, and gave me many kisses. Through these kisses, he infused a breath of life in me, and as I found myself inside myself, I felt my humanity as though strengthened. God alone can understand these pains of mine, because they are pains which I'm unable to narrate. I hope at least that the Lord may want to give light to those who give these kinds of obedience. May the Lord forgive me. The pain makes me speak even excesses. End of the reading. The 26th of June, 1922, Volume 14, Isolation and Loneliness of Jesus in the Midst of Creatures. Continuing in my usual state, my always lovable Jesus came, and since I had been contracted for a few days to the point of being incapable of motion, taking my hands in his, he told me, "My daughter, let me loosen you up." And placing himself close to me, he put my arms on his shoulders, telling me, "Now you are loose. Cling to me, for I have come to give you company and to receive yours in exchange. See, I am the God isolated by creatures. I live in their midst. I am life of each one of their acts, while they keep me as if I were not with them. Oh, how I cry over my loneliness. I have had the same lot as the sun. While it lives in the midst of all with its light and heat, and there is no fecundity which does not come from it, and with its heat it purifies the earth from so many filthy things, and its goods are incalculable, which with magnanimity it makes descend upon all. Yet it lives up high, always alone, while man, ungrateful, never sends a thank you to it or a sign of gratitude. So I am alone, always alone. While being in their midst, I am light of every thought, sound of every word, motion of every work, step of every foot, beat of every heart. Yet man, ungrateful, leaves me alone, and he says not a thank you to me, not one I love you. I remain isolated in his intelligence, because he uses the light I give to him for himself, and maybe even to offend me. I remain isolated in his words, because many times the sound that they form serves to blaspheme against me. I remain isolated in his works, which he uses to kill me, in his steps and in his heart, which are intent only on disobeying me and on loving what does not belong to me. Oh, how this loneliness weighs on me. But my love, my magnanimity, is so great that, more than sun, I continue my course, and in my course I keep investigating whether anyone wants to keep me company in so much loneliness. And as I find him, I form my perennial company in him, and I lavish all of my graces upon him. This is why I have come to you. I was tired of so much loneliness. Never leave me alone, my daughter. End of the reading. The 26th of June, 1926, Volume 19. One who possesses the kingdom of the divine will operates in a universal way and will possess universal glory. Universal requital to the Sovereign Queen. I was doing my usual acts in the Supreme Volition according to my usual way, that is, embracing everything, creation, redemption, and everyone, to be able to give back to my Creator the return of love and of glory that everyone owes him. And my sweet Jesus, moving in my interior, told me, "My daughter, the little daughter of my will, must not only think about and occupy herself with defending the universal rights of her Creator, giving him the return of love and of glory that everyone owes him, as if all were one, in such a way that he may find everything in her. Because our will involves everything and everyone, and one who lives in it possesses universal ways. Therefore, she can give us everything and we can recover everything. But as our daughter, she must also defend the rights of the sovereign queen. She operated in a universal way, and therefore she had a love, a glory, a prayer, a reparation, a sorrow for her creation and for all and for each creature. She let not one act escape her which creatures owed their Creator, and enclosing all in her maternal heart, she loved all and each one in a universal way. So in her we found all our glory. She denied nothing to us. She gave us not only that which she was supposed to give us directly, but also that which the other creatures denied to us, and to act as a magnanimous and most loving mother who pours her own self out for her children. She generated everyone in her sorrowful heart. Each fibre of it was a piercing arrow in which she gave life to each of her children, up to the fatal blow of the death of her son God. The sorrow of his death placed the seal of regeneration of life upon the new children of this sorrowful mother. Now, a virgin queen who loved us so much, who defended all of our rights, a mother so tender, who had love and sorrows for all, deserves that our little newborn of our supreme will love her for all, requite her for all, and embracing all of her acts in our will, place her act united to hers, because she is inseparable from us. Her glory is ours and ours is hers. Also, since our will places everything in common. On hearing this, I remained a little confused and as though unable to do what Jesus was saying. And I prayed him to give me the ability to do it. And Jesus, resuming his speaking, told me, "My daughter, my will contains everything, and as though jealous, it preserves all of its acts as if they were one alone. So it preserves all the acts of the sovereign queen as if they were all its own, because she did everything in it. Therefore my will itself will make them present to you. Now you must know that one who has done good to all, who has loved all, and has operated in a universal way for God and for all, has rights over everything and over everyone, and with justice. Operating in a universal way is the divine way. And my celestial mama was able to operate with the ways of her Creator because she possessed the kingdom of our will. Now, having operated in our supreme will, she has the rights of the possessions which she formed in our kingdom. And who else can requite her, if not one who lives in the same kingdom? In fact, only in this kingdom is there universal operation, the love that loves everyone, that embraces everything, and from which nothing escapes. But you must know that one who possesses the kingdom of my will on earth has the right to universal glory in heaven, and this in a natural and simple way. My will embraces everything and involves everyone. So from one who possesses it come all goods along with the glory that these goods contain. And while universal glory comes from her, she also receives it. And do you think it is trivial to possess universal glory in the celestial fatherland? Therefore, be attentive. The kingdom of the supreme will is immensely rich. There are coins that spring forth. So everyone expects something from you. And also my mama wants the return for the universal love she had for all generations. And you, in return, are due universal glory in the celestial fatherland, the exclusive inheritance of one who has possessed the kingdom of my will on earth. End of the reading.